Hey, what's going on YouTube? Just eating my lunch slash dinner right now. Just got off work like a few minutes ago, and if I messed up talking, oh well. I don't want to be doing this video all day. Believe it or not, when I try to compose videos, if I mess up talking, I may start the whole video over. I can be at like 5 minutes and I may start over, and that's just how crazy I am with trying to be a perfectionist and making videos. But anyway, I was just thinking about this earlier today. I had a lot of I was cleaning the pipes and all this stuff, and it was just I didn't have a lot of time to really wipe my face because it was a lot of the lotion and shit was on my arms and hands. But as I left today, as I left work, this dude was like he was like, where's the leak at? Because I like, he was telling me to go get like a burrow. I didn't want to really, I've been real quiet at work for the past 2 weeks since that girl, she I don't say nothing to her. And people have left me alone. After that whole incident, people just left me alone. They thought they could try to, like, I don't want to say bully me, because I'm a grown ass man, I don't get bullied. But they thought they could try to get under my skin. That didn't work. And my greatest strength, my greatest really what I would say, something that's really helped me get through the day, I'll say, is my earbuds, because I can conceal like me having them on in some cases. Because back in, like, when we had the ones with the plug, like the wire, you had to have it. If it wasn't like a long ass cord, you had to have it somewhere like where you're able to, like, they would know if you had like your earphones on. This was like 12 years ago. I mean, like the Beat by Dre's were the thing. I'm pretty sure that you had to have like a little cord for that. But that's how much things are changing, man. I finally have a pair of wireless earbuds at 29 years old, 2024. I would never thought to this day we would have wireless earphones. I remember Ice Cube had like the earphones with the hoodies with the built-in earphones. But everybody thinks about death, man. I think about it sometimes, and a lot of the times I just think about, I don't want to die now. 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, 40 years from now, 50 years from now. That's 80. And then 60 years from now, I want to die around maybe 110, if I could live that long. I don't want to die now, and I don't want to die 10. I want to be able to pay for my own funeral. That's the one thing I want to die with dignity. And now that I know, as a man, you need to work, I want to live as long as I can, but I want to have at least, $10,000 stash, so when I die, all my bills are covered, my funeral expenses are covered. But let's say that were to happen now. Obviously, it's people I don't want coming to my funeral. Don't want my dad coming, don't want my brother coming. Really don't want nobody on his side of the family coming at all. And personally, I would only like two people coming to my funeral. And this sounds so weird. Obviously, my mother, and I would like my cats. I don't know what they did with my cat. I don't know how they dispose of the feline's, body, the corpse of a feline, when they euthanize it. Because my cat was put down when he had diabetes. Because he was, when I was like 19. This is almost 10 years ago. He was walking really funny one time, and he was getting old, and I wasn't there when he was in his final stages of life. But those are the only two people I would want to come. The rest, because it's like this: when you have an impact on the world, That's when your death is televised, or it's, it's publicized. Everybody knows about it. It's like, these are a few people I know, if they were to die today, it would have like a really profound effect on the world. Donald Trump, for one, all the legal shit he's into. If he were to die today, it would be a holiday. It would be a celebration, a day of mourning, a day of it'll be so many things. That's how much impact he's had on the world. If you thought about dying, if you don't value life, think about all the stuff this man has done, and that doesn't inspire you to want to live. This man is a he's so many things. He's been I don't classify him as a racist, and I don't classify him as a hateful person. I mean, what racist gives their daughter? He gave his daughter to a Jewish man. What racist associates with rappers? And everybody has opinions. Like I said, you can have opinions on things, but a real white racist, white supremacist would not have any dealings with other countries. He would not hire illegals to work in his country clubs and any of his businesses. But a lot of people that claim to be racist don't even know if they're racist or not. Because real racism, you only hire your own people, and you only try to benefit people that look like you. But it should inspire you to want to live. If people like Donald Trump can do all this shit, he can pretend to be a billionaire, he can start businesses, he can cheat people out their money, he can be on reality TV shows, he can sexually assault women, rape women, he can do all this shit, man. He can run for president as a joke and win, and then incite riots, act like he had nothing to do with it, and then he has charges pending right now. That's a life right there. As much as you don't like the guy, he lived a life. Because like me, this is why I feel like jobs are meant to be done forever. Because it's really boring when you just work. This is why I'm glad I don't have any kids, because it would be really boring to just work a job and you just feel like that's the end for you. It's just so boring. Like, you want to have something that can open more doors, where you could travel, you can leave the country, you could settle somewhere else, and you have enough money to support, all your expenses. Those are things that I want to explore like 10 years from now. But with Trump, he's lived a pretty crazy life. And then in some cases too, you have people who die pretty, they have an untimely death. They die unexpectedly. And people have fake outrage. They have fake concern over them dying. Mostly rappers, entertainers that weren't around long, or they weren't really relevant. Like, a really perfect example of this, and I don't care who gets offended, Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle died unexpectedly. I only knew of him when I had my first phone. I had a Metro phone, and at that time, I was just downloading the popular rap of that time. I mean, I was listening to Childish Gambino. Anybody that collabed with Childish Gambino, like Ab-Soul, Schoolboy Q, when they did the Unnecessary song, I sort of explored into some West Coast rap, and I heard about Nipsey Hussle. And the first thing that came to mind, because I listened to comedians a lot, was Nipsey Russell, the comedian. Like, he took the name from the actor comedian. And I heard that he was in a relationship with Laura London, and that was about it. I know that song Killer. That's the only song I knew of him from 2015. That's the only song I knew. But the minute he died, you get all this fake support, all this fake outrage, all this fake mourning for his death. And it's like, where was this at when he died? PNB Rock, the same thing. I haven't been in Philly. It's gonna be 2 years pretty soon. And then I heard that they painted a mural for him. It's like, where was this at when he was alive? You know, and it's times when people die unexpectedly when they're in the midst of their career, and sometimes that helps them out. It's like like Little Peep. I don't think I'm not predicting anybody's future, but I really think that he probably he probably wouldn't have been doing music right now, because you know what the kind of music he was doing, I don't want to say it would have faded away. But you got to understand, today's time in like the industry, everybody gets like a 4 or 5 year run, and they want to listen to the young people. When you're like in your late 20s, early 30s, and you still rapping, you kind of want to delve into something else to make money. You don't really want to still try to pursue rapping. You're like my age, like Tekashi. I think all his clout is like drying up, because I haven't heard nothing about him since he's been arrested. Because we're like almost the same. We're like the same age. We're around the same age, and it's like he's a perfect example. If he were to get shot when he was doing all that fuck shit back in the day, they would call him a legend. Now his music wasn't great, but they would be calling him a legend, saying how legends never die. He probably didn't even have a music like an album out. He probably had like a bunch of mixtapes, but he's a legend just for dying. Or like Pop Smoke. I don't know none of his songs, but he wasn't even around that long. Same thing. He's a legend for dying. Or there's a couple more. Yeah, Juice WRLD, another one. I know everybody knows that one song. I heard it at Planet Fitness one time. I heard that the one song he's known for, it helped his career. It helped him stay relevant after he died. Because, like I said, if he were to remain alive and well, he probably would be. He probably would still be rapping, but he wouldn't be relevant. He would have to do something really crazy to stay relevant. I mean, nowadays you gotta damn near change your gender or come out the closet as something unheard of to remain relevant. But yeah, death, man, you don't want to really have any brushes with death like me until you are prepared and you've accomplished enough. It's like you never want to die at the wrong time. Always be prepared. Like, I'm not prepared right now myself, but I will be in 8 months from now, hopefully. I mean, like with all my expenses, because I think that's pretty selfish. I don't promote suicide on this channel whatsoever. But I feel like this: if you are contemplating suicide, don't do it. But if you were to do it, I think it's a little considerate to have the money to bury yourself. It's kind of, inconsiderate to leave your parents with all the expenses for your funeral. That's all about that. I'm out.